Good afternoon to everyone out there, YouTubers. First, I want to say thank you, God, for making this day a beautiful and amazing and a wonderful day. Now, today, we're going to talk about AI. We've got an amazing and wonderful guest with us today. And of course, my king. So today we got two kings in the house. But first, I got my king, Daniel, who's going to talk to us. But are you ready and ready to be inspired to go to the next level with your business? Or are you curious about AI? Because I know definitely I am. I'm Margaret Thorley, the host of Kings in a Business Conversation and the CEO of Hope and Restoration, which is a non-profitable organization. I have with me my co-host, my king, Daniel, and we have a special amazing, wonderful guest with us today. But first, I gotta bring in my king, Daniel. Daniel, how are you today? How have you been?
Margaret, I've been very well. All the better now that I see you. As we haven't had this conversation in a while, have we? It's been about 6 months, hasn't it?
It has been, oh, you forgot one thing, a queen.
Exactly, my queen. I was going to call you Queenie, but yeah.
But
Yes, my
you,
queen.
yes, we haven't. But tell us about your amazing holiday that you had with your daughter.
Oh yeah, I basically went on a volunteering holiday with my daughter who's 17, and we went to Namibia and went to the wildlife conservation wildlife reserve as well, and we just had a fantastic time, looking after animals, feeding them, and doing some things. Well, some of it weren't pleasant, but the majority was. It's Namibia is an absolutely fantastic country, and I'd highly recommend it to anyone. And to do something like volunteering with your children is another great thing that because they grow, you grow, and yeah, she really surprised me with actually her work ethic and how sociable she was. So I had never seen her in that environment before.
Now, I read something in LinkedIn. You had a coaching session about clear the path, clearing. So tell us a bit about that.
Well, that's sort of clearing the emotions. Yeah, so
Yes.
this is my main passion. It's helping others to let go of their stuck blocks, their stuck emotions, and um, yeah, and we there was a lady that I was working with, and she went through a bit of a tough time with her work,
Mhm.
and there was a lot of guilt and shame coming up, and so we worked together just for her to get in touch and accept and allow all of those feelings that were there. And in that allowing, all of a sudden they started to dissolve, and she became free of the guilt. Became free of the shame, so she was able to step into a version of herself which was much more powerful than the one before. So we used that challenging episode in her life to actually release those emotions. And like anyone that's done any letting go work knows how powerful it can be. And I don't know if our guest has done anything like that, but yeah, he has. So, but Rudy, you're here to speak to us about AI. So I'm going to introduce you first.
Yes.
Um, so it's Rudy Ebanks. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
So Rudy Ebanks is an entrepreneurial growth and course creation strategist dedicated to empowering midlife entrepreneurs, senior professionals, and SMEs to turn their expertise into profitable ventures. With decades of experience in learning and development, Rudy specializes in building credibility and growth through tailored course creation. His latest initiative, AI Essentials for Entrepreneurs, is a foundational course designed to introduce aspiring entrepreneurs to AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Copilot, Perplexity, and Gemini, making AI accessible and actionable. With strategic insights and hands-on guidance, Rudy helps clients harness AI, scale their businesses, and enhance their influence in today's digital landscape. That's quite an introduction, isn't it?
Yeah, it is quite. Thank you.
Welcome, Rudy,
Thank you very
to
much.
the Kings in a conversation, in a business conversation. Right. It's that so
Pleasure.
exciting? So how you feeling? How's your day been so far, Rudy?
I've been looking forward to joining, to be honest. So I've been a little bit apprehensive to some degree, and also excited at the same time. So I'm looking forward to the conversation. I'm looking forward to Daniel's questions. So I'm just bracing myself, just getting ready for that. But no, I'm looking forward to the opportunity to share some of my ideas and my viewpoints, and hopefully that comes across to our viewers.
I should be. Okay, if you're ready to share. Oh, by the way, everybody here, it's Rudy is the first guest on this interview, Kings in a Business Conversation. So I want to personally say to you, welcome. And whenever you're ready, take it away.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do first of all is just share my screen. So if you can just confirm that you can see that, that'd be great.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, we can see
Perfect.
your screen.
Yeah. Okay. So before I even crack on and speak about AI, the AI kind of revolution, if you like, is taking the world by storm. I think a lot of businesses are jumping on board very quickly. They have to. And I think it's a bit like the internet. Years ago, we used to say, if you're not in the internet, you won't have a business for very long. And it's the same thing with AI. If you haven't introduced AI into your business processes, then you're going to be falling behind your competitors. Now, AI is broad and business is broad, so I'm going to speak to my particular audience, which are really mature entrepreneurs, aspiring mature entrepreneurs, actually, those who want to start or scale their business. Now, I'll speak to you both as representatives of this audience, this group. So as I'm speaking to you, hopefully this will make sense and you can feed back to me as I go along. But essentially, I believe that in this day and age, most of us need to have an extra income or subsidize what we're currently doing because nothing is guaranteed. So I want to speak a little bit about the AI concerns that a lot of people have, believing that it's going to take their jobs. So let's address that first of all. The AI really is supposed to come in and make your life easier. And of course, for businesses, it should be able to allow them to change the way that they work in the sense of not having to do mundane things, but pass it on to the AI, which does the heavy lifting. The idea for a lot of people, though, that haven't upskilled themselves for a long time. And so this AI revolution now is making them concerned and apprehensive about the future. My argument is that if you've been working for a period of time, if you've got some form of experience, then you can actually do something about creating an income. And I believe that's through a course. Now, I believe that most people who have done some form of a business, I come from a background of insolvency. I've been in the insolvency industry for quite a long time. In the last 20 odd years, though, 23, 24 years now, I've been in the legal industry as a learning and development specialist. So I've been in every area of the commercial world in sense of training and supporting and coaching corporate, commercial, real estate, and so on. And so I've been seeing the transition from, pen and paper to computers to now AI. And so the world is changing. So I believe that as people are starting to realize this, they can actually introduce their skill sets to the world, take your experience, if you like, and share that with your world and make it an income. So the first thing I want to talk about is creating an ecosystem for yourself. And I'm going to demonstrate what that looks like in real time. So what I've done is create an ecosystem for myself. So if you imagine whatever you do, if you're in HR, for example, if you're an eco representative here, if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, you can create an ecosystem for yourself. And what I mean by that is creating a system for your audience. So rather than being a coach where I coach one person one time for 1 hour, I can create an ecosystem around that. What I mean by that is creating a system that you can monetize and grow from. So here I've created the course creation success roadmap. Now, this roadmap really empowers midlife entrepreneurs and SMEs really to leverage their unique experiences. So basically, their expertise now can be an impactful online course that's structured to support their own community. So unlike just generic course creation programs, for example, this roadmap focuses on building recognition and growth strategies, which are adaptable. So that ensures that your participants all create courses for themselves, their businesses, and basically leverage their knowledge through different means. And so I'm going to go through this to give you a little idea a bit more about that. But before I do that, when I talk about a course, it's just the foundation. So imagine whatever you do. I'm a coach, I'm a consultant, I'm an accountant, I'm a lawyer, whatever that is, I create a course to introduce myself to the world. And so by doing so, the world knows what I can do because I can demonstrate my skill sets, my experience, my knowledge, etc. And in doing that, I can introduce them to the different things I can offer them, my services. And I can prove that I'm an expert in those areas. But the foundational element is just the introduction to your ecosystem. Because from your course, you can now create a book. You can create social media content such as blogs, newsletters. From your course, you can actually write your social media content. From the course, you can actually create your content for video, so your scripts, and it goes on and on. So this is just the foundation to start the ball rolling. And what I can show you is that you could use AI to start this ball rolling. So let me just give you a little idea, just a sample. So essentially, what you have is the elements that I've created here, these 6 steps in my system. Now, the process here is rather than going in and saying, right, here's a course, what you create is a program for individuals to follow. So I've demonstrated here by showing you this program, this process. Essentially, this process starts with one thing, the course creation. So I believe that everybody in business wants to attract their ideal audience. And to attract your ideal, in fact, let me just throw this out to you. Perhaps you're not attracting your audience at this moment in time. Perhaps you're not getting the kind of the income that you desire. And that could be down to one thing. Your credibility is not known, or you're not aware of that. Your audience is not aware of that. So the first thing that you want to do is create or build your credibility. Now, if I had the audience in front of me, I'd be asking, do you agree on that? So you two can actually jump in and say, yeah, I agree on that. So
Yeah, we agree.
you do agree. Thank you very much. I appreciate the feedback. The idea here is that, one of the things that we first need to do before I'm starting off in the business is build my credibility. Today, your credibility is built by demonstrating your knowledge and your experience. And to top that off, you have to be on social now to show that. So if you're not happy about producing content, if you're not happy about networking, if you're not happy about creating videos now, you may be falling behind. So in order to build your credibility, you need to do various things. You need to build a foundation for yourself, and a course creation can do that. The foundation, without this, by the way, you're not going to attract your ideal clients. You're not going to be able to charge what you're worth. So that's why this is an important element for me. And in this credibility section, this first pillar, if you like, what I've created is a course. It's called the Course Creation Blueprint, and it helps individuals to learn how to build a course. In the course, you'll find out how to identify your strengths. That's bringing your experience out and showing that to your world. That allows you to understand your audience. So who is it that you want to work with? So this is not like your day job where you go to work and you sit with colleagues or people that you have to sit with. This is you choosing your ideal audience. So this is fantastic. So you can identify your strengths, your unique selling proposition. You can identify your audience, and you can identify your actual core value proposition. What is it that you want to offer to your audience, whether that's coaching, consultation, and so on. Now, by doing that, you've got a good idea, start to create a course around your product or your services. And then after that, you need to be able to know how to sell it, of course, and how to market it. And that's in just the foundation elements. And AI can actually help you and speed up the process with that. So that's the first thing, just building your first element, the credibility factor. Once you've identified your course and you're working with that, you've got an audience to start the ball rolling, you're looking at the next level, which is your opportunities that are available to you. Now, AI is running through the whole thing, by the way. So with the opportunities, you can leverage your AI and expand your reach and attract your ideal audience. And what I mean by that, I'm going to use myself as an example. So I started off from learning and development. I used my experience in the legal field and course creation, and I've created a business out of that by helping others create courses. Now that's great and wonderful. I'm getting busy, which is great. But now with AI, what I'm doing is leveraging that process by introducing AI and helping you to move quickly to get your ideal customers, clients, to enhance your business, to build your credibility, to attract more people so you become more influential. And therefore, the bottom dollar, you can actually build your income as well. So this allows you now to move forward by creating those books I mentioned earlier on, creating blog posts, newsletters, particularly if you're on LinkedIn. So social media, for example, now is a big thing. On LinkedIn, it's changed. So I can create content for my LinkedIn. I can create videos. I can create a newsletter. I can prepare myself for LinkedIn Live. I can create scripts for myself. So I'm ready to go by using AI in these elements. I'm leveraging technology to boost my business and attract my ideal customers. Hopefully it's still making sense to you all so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still with me. So cool. Now, the next element is the upscaling, because this is really powerful because you've started off your business great and wonderful. You didn't start off as an expert. In fact, just to encourage those individuals who are reluctant to start because they think the ship's already sailed, they think somebody else is doing what they've dreamt of, or they feel that they're falling behind. No expert started off as being an expert. What they did was just start and they learned along the way. So ongoing learning will build your skills, build your confidence over a period of time. So here's a takeaway for this. When you start building your confidence in creating your courses and you're producing content, when you're on social media and you're meeting your clients or potential clients, what will happen over a period of time? You're going to upskill yourself. You're going to be a better speaker. You're going to better have better quality of content. You're going to have better videos and so on. And by doing that, you can now increase your income. So hopefully that's exciting to somebody, because the better you think about all the speakers that you see on stage right now or on YouTube, when they started, they couldn't charge what they're charging now, but they had to learn that process over a period of time. But by being consistent, they became better. And as they've got better and better, they increase their value and increase their price range as well. So maybe you've built a course, but now you want to automate it, for example. So now you can actually improve your processes by automating things that you need to do on a regular basis. You can set up your calendar automatically. You can create content automatically. You can even create a chatbot. So it goes onto your web page where, if you imagine people are visiting you on a regular basis, you don't need to be there all the time. A chatbot can be there 24/7. So therefore, the chatbot you could create will answer your audience's questions. You could have a chatbot that's created where you don't miss a call. So all these features are available right now. And you guess what? You don't need to be an experienced tech. You don't need to be qualified. You can jump on and start your business straight away. So AI plays a big role, and it's here to stay. So you can actually refine your systems, your processes, really easy and flexibly with AI. Now, understanding those concepts, the course creation, the opportunities that are available to you, you're upscaling. What's going to happen then is you're going to start increasing your revenue. So you're going to look at your a deeper dive into your pricing and your marketing strategies, and you're going to ensure that you're not leaving any money on the table because you're maximizing everything. AI will help you out with that as well, because what you can actually do is have things done automatically. Over a period of time, you're going to realize that you can actually have your course content created automatically and quickly. AI does that. All you need to do is type in what you want to talk about. And so therefore, if you imagine I've got an idea, I'm not quite sure how to implement this. What you can do is use AI. Now, to also excite you a little bit, I want you to think about having your own assistant, your own VA. So if I'm back in the my legal world and I had an assistant, I'll speak to my assistant and encourage them and speak about how we work and what I want them to do and how I want them to do it. I'm going to use AI just like that. I'm going to teach it my language. I'm going to teach it what I want it to learn. And guess what? It's not going to talk back to me. It's not going to be disrespectful to me. So that's exciting. So I'm going to teach this tool how I work and how I communicate. So it understands my style. So when it sends out an email, great, it's speaking my language. When I reply back to a customer or even a colleague, it speaks my language. So AI is going to help me to communicate better and wider regularly as well. In addition to that, when I receive a customer, I don't need to be on the phone with that customer sharing content that they want to know about. But I've said it so many times to lots of different customers, my AI can take up the hard work for me.
Meaning?
So therefore, I'm attracting more people with quality information, appropriate information for what questions they ask. My revenue has increased. Now, in addition to that, of course, as I'm moving along in business, I'm going to become strategic in what I do and how I do it. So at this stage, I'm looking for long-term growth, which is something that we should all be doing from the beginning, to be fair, but it's refining your business model. So I'm exploring now new markets and ensuring my efforts are aligned with my goals. So what strategy does is make sure that I'm looking out for opportunities with other people. This is where I can partner up with other individuals. Now, this is me going to networking events, maybe speaking on some of these stages, or like we're doing now, being interviewed. You know, this is what's going on when you have your tools aligned, when you have your system, your ecosystem aligned. You've got various things that you can offer because someone is looking at you thinking, I want some of that for my audience. So they'll invite you to do a talk. They'll invite you to talk about your book that you've created, maybe a blog that you posted. They want to speak more about that. You're an expert in your industry, of course, so they want you to share some of your knowledge, your wisdom. And so therefore, they bring value to their audience as well, which is fantastic. And that's vice versa, by the way. So basically, together you grow. I love what the scripture says, esteem each other higher than yourselves and you'll grow. Here's the thing, if we're helping each other, we're all going to grow. We're all going to benefit. So hopefully that makes sense as well, having a strategy to go forward and have this long-term growth in mind. And then the last part really in this particular system is the evolve, establishing smooth running systems for business freedom. What I mean by that is you're reaching this stage where you want the system to run smoothly without you being there. So therefore, you're going to have, maybe you've got a team now working on your behalf, which frees you up now to go and network or play golf and meet people on the in different locations or just go on more holidays. But you have something that's already running for you over a period of time. And so therefore, it allows you to either, if you want to, take a step back, or it allows you to focus on other areas for big business growth. So this is how I started. The course creation starts the ball rolling for all these elements. So AI plays a big role in how to start and also to keep up your businesses and its efficiencies. And it's all scalable. Now, you're representing the audience right now. So does that make sense to you, first of all?
100%. Yeah. I mean, I have a couple of questions, mainly around what kind of practical AI tools do you utilize personally in your business to, to create those processes and systems automatically?
So the program that I've created for the program is called AI Essentials for Mature Entrepreneurs. And the idea is to get the individuals and some, right now, most people, I believe, have heard of ChatGPT, which is great and wonderful. However, there's a way of typing information into this tool to get the best results. So, for example, if you've got you've got two assistants that that works for you, and one asks you lots of questions all the time, the other just takes on board what you say. So go and make me a cup of tea. So the first assistant goes along and gets a cup of tea and comes back to you. There's the cup, there's a tea bag in the cup. You said, make me a cup of tea. Ah, yeah, the other's asking you more questions. So do you want sugar in the tea? Do you want some milk in the tea? Do you want some hot water in the tea? So therefore, you're giving the second assistant more information, and therefore you got a better value coming back. The tools that you're using is exactly like that. AI by itself doesn't do much. It's waiting for you to gather or provide more information. And
But
that's
is
what you're seeing right now. I think AI opportunities are available because there's more people asking questions.
uh, but the so you're saying obviously ChatGPT, but there's other AI tools that you could utilize for your business processes. Is that correct? Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. Let me give you a little idea of what I mean by that. So if I didn't have any ideas whatsoever, ChatGPT might be my first place to go to because it creates content and information for me. My ideas can be generated by this tool, this platform, which is great. You've got other platforms, there's too many to mention, but I'll give you one or two. You've got others, for example, like Perplexity. Now, with the benefit of Perplexity is that what it does is searching the internet, and this is why AI is so huge, ChatGPT and so on. Perplexity gives you real-time information, though. I think ChatGPT has changed now where it can give you real-time information, but up to recently, it only went back about 6 months, I believe.
Mhm.
So with Perplexity, if I want to find out what my competition are doing today, I can find that out by going on to Perplexity, which gives me more detail, if you like, about the questions that I ask it. Yeah. So
Right.
ChatGPT, just generally, I'm just going to go on. I want to type in some information, get an idea of what I can actually do, what I can create. Wonderful and great. And I can ask it lots of questions. With Perplexity, I could ask the same question, but I'm going to get more detailed information. Yeah. And also current information, today's information, because it's searching the internet for the information I'm asking. To go a bit further than that, Daniel, one of the things I can do then is I can type an idea into to chat, for example. I can go to another applications like Claude, which gives me a bit more detail. I can research in Perplexity a bit more detail. I could even go to Copilot now, which gives you a lot of information about the internet. But once I've got all that information, I'm ready to, I don't know, write a blog, maybe, I can go to Canva to create the images. So even on Canva, I can create images, I can create pictures, I could create frames, I can create a video, all in Canva. And some of it is automated as well. So that's so AI is working for me in Canva as well. So
Okay.
there's that whole process. If I didn't know anything at all, those are the four things I would go to, 4 or 5 things I would go to straight away.
And would you recommend a specific, like for example, a lot of the people running businesses, the biggest thing is customers.
Yeah.
So you have certain CRM tools you can use. Would you recommend any CRM tools that perhaps have an AI functionality that would either improve the efficiency, act as some sort of lead generation, or have you had any experience of that?
The one that I use and the one I recommend is HubSpot.
Okay. Yeah.
I haven't got an affiliate link, damn it. But no, I think with HubSpot, you'll get everything you want to from a CRM first of all, and then some, to be honest. And I say that because of the training that it gives you, the support that it gives you. If I'm speaking to someone who's a bit reluctant to start, they're not very confident, and I want to take their time and build up their experience and skill sets. HubSpot might be one to go to.
And are there any specific AI features of HubSpot that you could utilize?
Yeah. So what that does from your so here's one that's really, really, really quite useful, and this is right across the board, that I think a lot of people will benefit from, is having your content scheduled to go out at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
Regularly. So rather than every day I've got to provide or create something, you could spend a Saturday putting stuff together, and that would be done over a period of time. In addition to that, HubSpot, what's really great it collects your audience, your viewers, your potential customers and clients. All that information is going into one location. This is what a CRM is really, really fantastic for. The side note, I remember years ago when I was teaching our first CRM in a legal firm. Do you remember filofaxes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh, but she's a little bit young, so she might not remember it.
Yes, you're right.
that's how people used to collect their data, their customers, their client details. And when I was training CRM, the partners at the time didn't want to share that. They didn't want to share their contacts with anybody else in the business. The concern that they had was that they didn't want anyone to poach their clients. So here's the thing though, when the company sent out invitations to a Christmas party or to an event, that client received about 4 or 5 different invitations from different people within the same company. In addition to that, if anything changed and one person didn't know about it, you imagine the partner going to Scotland to meet a client and they say, oh, yeah, I've already spoken to Brian about that. So when you think about the communication element and missing out on really important information, a CRM basically gathers everything in one place about your contacts, your clients. So as you gather more information about your client, you're pouring it into this system. And what it does is produce content that you can actually send out. So HubSpot does a lot more than just collect data. Of course, it does a lot more than that, which I go through on my course. But essentially, what you have is a place you can store all that information for you.
Oh, wow.
So is that what happens? So,
That's quite dramatic.
hopefully, it answered your question there, Daniel.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, we're going to carry on asking you more questions because
Yeah,
I'm
of
making a
course.
whole list of questions. But have you finished your presentation and your talk?
Um, I will just finish off by just showing you just one more slide, really.
Okay.
The AI Essentials Empowering Entrepreneurs. I just want to, again, for viewers, really, to let them realize a couple of things. One is transformative technology. So AI is revolutionizing work, helping entrepreneurs stay relevant and competitive. This is not just for big tech firms, like law firms and so on. This is for everybody. We're all in the same boat together. So yes, I went to an HR event at the Excel in April, and everyone was talking about AI. And basically, what they had was that AI can generate videos for you, avatars for you, your content for you, etc. I asked the question, "Oh, I'm a solopreneur. Is there anywhere that I can actually have an AI that can produce myself, looks like me, and I can just pour my content in, my course material, my PDFs and slides?" They said, "Yeah, you can, but it's going to cost around £21,000." This is in April. Now, if you look around, we've got that right now. I can actually go out there and actually and have all those things in 6 months, less than 6 months. That was actually out there for everyone to receive. So technology for anyone, whether you're a solopreneur or a small business, you can actually utilize this. Addressing common challenges. So the course tackles content creation, income generation, and marketing as well. So here we go with the issues that people have been stopping themselves from starting their business. I don't know enough. I haven't got confidence. I'm fearful. I'm fearful of getting it wrong. This is what the generation today I'm learning is really different from my generation. They don't care. They just don't care. So they don't mind getting on video. And if they make a mistake, they make a mistake. Whereas I think a generation is that we've been taught to be perfect all the time and be mindful of criticism. So we don't want to get on video because we're not perfect yet. But the only way you can become perfect is by just doing. I don't want to start a business yet because someone might say, "Oh, it won't work," or it's rubbish. And so therefore, all the negativity I've been receiving, I just haven't started, and that affects everything. Whereas if we just start, you learn all the tools that you need, you learn your skills that you need to be successful, and then accessible learning designed for beginners and making AI practical and empowering for all. So this is the I'll leave it at that really just for time, but just to give you a little idea, that's what I just want to leave it for my audience really.
What's your take on, and I think Margaret, you might, what's your take on like AI replacing, jobs, basically making people redundant because it's going to be replacing their full job. Is that a possibility? I know there's people that scared. AI, it's becoming more and more powerful now. It's starting to do things that it can't be, you couldn't do before. I got AI to write me a contract at one point. So, you know, that saved me some lawyers' fees. But then, what's your take on AI actually replacing jobs? Should people be scared?
I don't think they need to be
Just a
scared
quick
per
one.
se.
Just a quick one, guys.
Yeah.
Have you finished so we can
Let me
come
stop
to
sharing.
yes, please, and then you can answer the question. Fantastic. Sorry
I
about
don't.
that. Go ahead.
Is that all right? Okay, so I don't think it's a matter of being scared. We need to be mindful of it, though. That the reality is there are going to be some jobs that may then people may lose their jobs. But the idea is that AI is meant to make life easier for a business.
Mhm.
So therefore, the business are going to take full advantage of AI. So writing reports, for example, analytics, and so on. If it's going to make your life easier and quicker, yep, you're going to invest in that. For those who are doing jobs that AI can take over, then it's time to upskill. It's time to learn whatever is available to us and utilize that. I think the learning of AI is accessible to everybody, and it's really now looking around and really applying your experience to AI.
Yeah. I mean,
So
like
sorry.
you said, upskilling, yeah, definitely an option. But if you're the older generation,
Yeah,
then that may actually be a bit of a challenge, to upskill. Maybe you don't want to upskill. What
yeah.
kind of advice would you have for the older generation?
I think AI can't take away your experience.
Mm.
AI can't take away your emotional state of communication. The AI can't think like a human being yet. It works like a human in the sense of how we teach it, but really it's not human. So the businesses still need an individual, a person to run their business. So when you think about dealing with conflicts and communication, and when you think about the thinking pattern of a human being with certain situations that may occur in your business or at work, you need a human advocate to be in that position. Does
No.
that make
Yeah,
sense a little bit?
thank you.
Yeah. Just following up on Daniel's question regarding a lot of the clients that you're aiming at, so the elderly clients who are running their own business, kind
Mm.
of really scared of AI. I know you addressed it a little bit, but can you go a bit more in depth in terms of just to encourage them to start, to start experience? How can they register? That's one. Is AI free?
Mhm.
How can they register for it?
Mhm.
Yeah, can you just
Yeah. In AI free for any what generically?
yeah, is it free?
It's free in the sense that there's lots of different platforms you can go on and learn AI, full stop. There's lots of different platforms you can go on YouTube, for example, and learn various elements of AI. How you apply it to what you do and how you do it is a different thing because it's just information. What you want to do is learn something that you can apply to your day-to-day living, whether it's personal development or it's about your business. So AI can help me even with relationship. So I could type in, I'm having a terrible time with my partner. Give me some suggestion of what I can do. AI can actually help you with that. So if I was a relationship coach, I'd be writing a program using AI about how I can help you in your marriage or your relationship.
Yeah. I actually did something the other day where I wanted it to give me a particular strategy. So I asked ChatGPT to interview me
Mhm.
as if I was this person, and then after the interview, come up with a strategy, which it did.
Now, that's interesting because that's so fantastic. But do you know that I think it's Notebook LM, you can actually interview yourself and record yourself for a podcast with AI. So you can now, everything you want to do, from interviewing yourself face to face with an AI avatar to speaking to yourself via AI on podcast. So when you think about all the things that you could do by yourself, you can start right now. So my thing is, I can help someone. I've demonstrated this. I could help someone create a course, and they could be earning £1,000 within 30 days. I said it because I've done it, because I can't take you anywhere I haven't been. But the idea is that everything you're thinking about and you were concerned about, the speed of you moving forward now, there's no excuse. It's just really applying or putting some effort in, of course, in learning certain things and doing what you need to do. So you've written a document, or asked ChatGPT a question. It's asked you to do something. Now you need to implement what it said. So you're actually taking action. It's a bit like being at work. If your boss says to do X, Y, and Z, if you don't do it, you're going to get, repercussions. There's going to be some, pushback on that. So therefore, if I'm saying to chat, I want to write a blog, what should I write about? And it tells me, and if I sit on it for 6 weeks, then that's down to me, because it gave me the information. I need to apply it now, but I'm scared. I don't want to go on LinkedIn because, someone might not like, I might not get any likes. That's me. So guess what? I'm going to go to, and I could type the question into chat. Chat, I'm really afraid about going onto LinkedIn to put my blog. What should I do? And it will give you a set of, answers. It could continue doing that, but I'm not going to be accountable until I speak to you.
Okay.
And you slap me around the head and say, "Come on, Rude, get your act together. What's wrong with you?" Because I know that you mean action.
So we still need the human touch. Now, if
Yes, we do.
somebody out there is really listening to you, I mean, ChatGPT really saved my life within the last 2 weeks or so, because I was doing a project management, and got stuck on a few issues, and I was able to use it at a short time to generate the reports that I needed. Now, if somebody's listening there, because I'm kind of limited on the prompts that I use, right? Somebody's just starting out freshly and they are listening to this today, is that give them a couple of tools they can use as a prompt to start, or how they can register for ChatGPT, that kind of thing. So please.
So with chat, just like humans, it's a language based. The great thing about the chat, Claude, Perplexity, etc., it speaks your language. So therefore, you type in what you want it to be like or sound like. So I'm a coach. I'm going to type in, "You're a coach," or a relationship coach. So therefore, it takes on board that persona, that character, if you like, and that's going to act like that for you. So that's the first thing. You need to give it some character.
Yeah.
Then it's looking. Sorry,
So you do that in the customize options, don't you?
you could do it straight away directly. In fact, I'll show you that in a second. I'm going to go on to, if you want to, I'll show you that and as an
Yeah,
exercise.
we got time. So if you want to do a quick demo, we got time. So yes, please.
Let me
I think you still got the access to share.
okay. Are you okay for me to do that now, or do you want me to wait until after the questions?
No, go for it.
Go for it.
Go
Okay.
for it.
So
Yeah, go for it.
I'm just going to share. If you can just confirm when you can see my screen, that'd be great.
Yep.
Yes, we can see your screen. Fantastic. Thank you.
Right. Daniel, you mentioned about blogging earlier on. So I'm going to combine some of the things you both said into one. I'm fearful about creating or using chat. Also, how can I get the best out of it, etc. So what I'm
Okay.
going to do here is go into chat. I'm going to say, for example, I'm a massage therapist. Okay, so you are a massage therapist, and you are starting a new business. So I've given it a role. Yeah. what is it that I'm trying to do? I want to get some kind of idea about what I can do with my skill. Okay.
Mhm.
So you're the massage therapist and you're starting a new business. What can I offer to my, let's go for my ideal audience. So it's got something to think about.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, um, I specialize in Swedish massage. And then I'm going to give it a check sense. So I'm going to go, do you understand?
Okay.
Then I'm going to say, ask me anything or any question about whatever I'm writing about. I'm doing generic right now, but I'm leaving it as open as possible in that respect. But you can see I've given it a role. There's an objective to this. I've given a little bit of detail. If I had written this before, or if someone had written it and I can go and copy it, I can paste it in here and say, oh, this is an example, for example. And then I can say, right, I'm going to check to make sure it understands what I'm asking it. Okay, so let's have a look at what it does now. So it does understand what I've said. Brilliant. Your
Mhm.
confirms what I am. I'm a massage therapist, starting a new business, specializing in Swedish massage, and you're looking for ideas on what you can offer to your ideal audience. So that's good. I'm happy. I've just started this business, so brilliant. I've got some ideas. Who's your so he's going to ask me some questions before I go any further. So now this is your assistant who's really good. They're going to ask you questions about, okay, just to make sure I understand what you want, sir, madam. Can you tell me a little bit more about your request? So, who is your ideal audience? What problems does your audience face? What makes your service unique? How will you deliver your service? And what additional value can you provide? Does that make sense? I'm building this up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yep.
I shan't answer all of them because of time, but if I go
Mhm.
to my audience. So I can go to number one. I don't need to retype everything. It's clever enough to know that the information is already there. It's going to refer
Mhm.
to number one because that's what it just put. So
Mhm.
my ideal audience um struggle. By the way, this is again AI. This is um Grammarly. So this is helping me. If I didn't know that I could speak and spell very well, I've got another AI that's supporting me as well, Grammarly. So you can
Okay.
also install that as well. So that when you're writing a report, when you're writing a letter, when you're writing an email, you know it's going to go out the best it can possibly be because you're concerned about your typing, your grammar. English may not be your first language. And so you want to make sure it goes out in the best possible light. So you got another AI that's supporting me here as well. So there it is. It's changing my spelling for me, which is great. So my audience struggles with stress, and yeah, I'll leave it at that. Focus and I'm focusing on and I put here and I focus on individuals. Okay. I'll stop there just for the sake of this training, but you can see what I can go in and answer all those questions. Is that okay, first of all?
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
with that. So let them leave it on one. I'm going to go to that and move along. So I'm having a conversation with chat. As you can see here now, it comes through
Mhm.
core services, self stress relief, Swedish massage, mind and body reset. Brilliant. So other services, aromatherapy, guiding breathing techniques. This is me building my business as a massage therapist. I only learned it last week. So this is me building my business. This is the value that I'm going to add. Home care, customized stress relief pains. Brilliant. I've got a business. Okay, so
Yeah.
So now what I'm going to do here is that I don't, first of all, I don't need to thank it, but this is that we're human. So we naturally go, oh, thanks so much. You're great. It's a machine, doesn't care. But I could put it in. It's okay. That's for me. So that's
Mhm.
build my confidence and my communication skills. So marketing now, social media content, referral programs. So I've got a load here that I can actually start building my, this is the day one. I learned this thing last week, got my certificate, brilliant. Now, how do I build this business? So today, I've just gone into chat, and what I'm going to do is say, thank you. I need to promote myself on social media. Let me ask you a question. Which one do you think is the best platform? Now, the word think is really powerful because now it's going to go into its database and bring back the best of my solution for my question. So the word think is important. That the reason I put that in there.
Okay. Shall we have a guess who thinks it's going to come up with?
Okay, I'm going to go for Facebook or LinkedIn.
Margaret?
Facebook, LinkedIn, maybe Instagram.
The third one
I'm
I've
going to go
TikTok.
Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Let's see what it says.
Okay. Moment of truth. Instagram.
Instagram.
Oh, wow. Instagram.
Facebook saying yes.
Wow.
TikTok, yes. But look at this. So again, I don't know anything about social media. This is all brand new to me. So let me have a little idea about why it said these things. So Instagram, why does it work here? Visual, so I can create images, so I can create pictures of what I'm doing. I can take pictures of my oil, the massage bed, the towels. I can create images of that and write a little blog about those things. It's popular with individual tools like stories, reels are really good. So it's telling me what I need to do, what to post, before and after shots. I'm a massage therapist just starting off. This is what it's telling me to do. Do some before and after shots, relaxation tips, everything I need. Let's go down to Facebook, and the same thing for Facebook. Same thing for TikTok. All the platforms that I would like it to use is telling me what I need to do. This is day one. So when you think about all this content, the heavy lifting, the thinking of this, the idea generation has been done straight away. Okay, let me just go a bit further. Okay, I'm saying thank you on purpose just for so you know where I am. So I'm thanking you for that section. We're done with that now. So let me write a blog. Okay, so that's the it knows who I'm already. Here's my objective. I'm going to give it some more detail though. I'm going to say here, let me have a list of 5 ideas. I'm going to go for topics. Just leave it at that. I'll stop there. Again, the more you give it, the better the answer will come back. But I'm just for the time purposes, I'm just going to stop there.
Okay.
So as you can see there, it comes back with these topics that I can now use for a blog.
So really, the more you give to it, the more prompt you give to it, the more it gives you back for you to use.
The quality of the questions, the quality of the information you're pouring or pushing into this tool, the better the response will be. And that's the skill set for bringing out more complex items as well. Right now, as you can see, this is pretty straightforward. We're just making up as we go along. But if it's going to be strategic about how I'm going to create my business, think about the business from the point of view when you're starting off. If I'm coaching, it's like, what's the goal? What's the end result that you want? And I'm going to work back. So if I'm hypothetically speaking, oh, I want to make my first 100 grand in 6 months' time, I may start off with that. In fact, the system will tell me what to do.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. That is really amazing. Are you finished? Shall we stop sharing?
Oh, yep. So let me stop sharing. So get rid of that.
Now, This is fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing because I've learned quite a lot as well. A few things I've learned there that I'm going to start using. Now,
Yes.
I know you've got an amazing course coming up. Okay.
Mm,
It's Black Friday.
yes.
What have you got? What is the special offer that you got for our audience there?
Well, the course is the it's AI essentials for mature midlife mature entrepreneurs, and the idea is to get individuals starting their business straight away. So the offer, I'm just going to bring this up as well, just to give you a little idea what that looks like. What's included in that course for you. So let me just quickly show you that as well. I won't, yeah, let's do that. Just so I can talk about it a bit easier. Can you see that?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep. So basically, it's AI Essentials course. It's a foundational course, and I'm teaching individuals the foundational elements of course creation and with AI. So the first course that I'm going to be showing you is AI Foundational, how to use ChatGPT, how to use Claude, Perplexity, and how to use Copilot and Canva. So those are the 5 platforms that you can utilize and get a better understanding of what it does for you.
And
Um,
and and so and this is specifically for creating courses aligned with your area of expertise.
Yeah, this is the first step, if you like. This, if I'm talking about a wider element of creating your ecosystem, having a business, you want an introductory into what you're doing. This is my introduction into my course creation. This is my the first step, if you like, where people can come in and get an idea of the different styles of learning and also the different styles of my training. Here, I'll give you the tools that you need to build a fantastic course and that you can actually monetize very quickly. Yeah.
Wow.
So
So
go ahead.
So what's the price for this training and where can they register if they want to register and also where to purchase the program?
It's an online program, first of all. In this online program, it's self-paced. It will be available in 2 weeks' time, ready for Black Friday. So that's what I'm working towards. The
Mhm.
course is going to be the online course, but you're also going to get a 45-minute coaching session with myself.
Mhm.
And also you're going to get some templates that you can utilize, helping you to do your prompt engineering, your prompting for these platforms. There'll be a community that you can actually access as well. And then also custom AI implementation consultation. So basically, depending what your needs are, I'll be able to talk around how I can help or support you in that as well. So that's the offer. Now the offer when it goes live, it's in beta stage at the moment, will be 297 for this
Mhm.
course and for this up until the Black Friday. I'm putting it out for £97 or $120, I think it is. $120 for American.
Sounds very good value for money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the course is going to take you from you've just seen it to some degree where you have an idea and you can move along very quickly and create your business within a time frame, of course, and at least get it in the right direction, moving very quickly. All the other elements you can add onto it, but the bulk of it, you can have a business within 30 days, earning within 30 days
Absolutely amazing.
within that time
That's
frame.
amazing. That's fantastic. Daniel, as we're
Sorry,
coming
where
towards
you
the
can get hold of me is basically on my LinkedIn, or I put my
uh-huh.
email in the actual my webpage in the actual chat. But my LinkedIn is best really because I'm on there and people are communicating with me on LinkedIn. So that might be the easiest to start the ball rolling to have a conversation.
Brilliant. See,
Fantastic.
Margaret, he's way ahead of us.
I'd have to ask that question. OW. But that is absolutely fantastic. It's been amazing. I love the demo that you've just done, the prompts, the chat, how you to use it effectively. So thank you so much for sharing so openly and so kindly. But we will
Okay.
definitely would be happy to promote that when the program is ready, just let us know. We'll be
Will
there
do.
to promote. Right, Daniel,
Do you know what? Do you know what I was thinking? Like, have all this talk about AI. I think we should have an episode where we have AI as our guest,
And ask it lots of questions.
and
That'd be
then someone
interesting.
has to, and then we ask it questions about different, as to relationships, emotions, and
I think
what it comes up with.
that'd be a good one. That would be a good one.
Right, so should we say who's gonna do that? Who's gonna invite the AI? So should we say, Rudy, would you be able to do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
You're the expert on that one.
Let's do it. Let's do an interview with AI. We should have a theme though. What do you
Yeah,
want
we'll
to
have
get
to have
out
a
of it at the
theme,
end of
yeah.
it? Should we start a business?
I think that'd be a perfect start.
Yeah.
Perfect start.
We'll have a theme. We'll have to think
Okay.
about a theme we could use.
But I think you've done amazing. We're really, really happy with it. And thank you so much for
You're
that.
welcome.
And we definitely be able to promote the program when it come out. Just let us know. And
Okay.
yeah, Daniel,
Yeah,
you have
thanks
the
so much, Rudy.
last
Absolute
say.
pleasure. Learned a lot. Great stuff, and AI is just crazy, as we all know. And
Yeah.
yeah, let's see I'm interested to see where it is in like 3-4 years' time.
To be honest, this is scratching the surface because
Yeah,
really this is a very, very foundational level because the amount of things you can do with AI is going to blow people's mind if they're not really getting involved now. This is just to introduce them to some of the language, some of the things that they're going to be hearing. So it's just a very foundational level to start the ball rolling.
yeah, perfect.
No, it's perfect. It's been really, really good. Now, Daniel, how can they reach you? Because I know you've got an event coming, Clear the Path,
Yeah,
on
people can
the
reach me
4th.
on clearthepath.co.uk. Just contact me via then or via LinkedIn as well. Very active on LinkedIn these days. So yeah, that's the way.
Right. Thank you so much to all our viewers that's been following us. I hope you've learned a lot because, yes, our guest, I told you that we were going to have a special and amazing guest who's going to talk about AI. I know definitely I've learned a lot. And please do connect with him at LinkedIn. He's very active there. And also you can connect with the Father Talk Show as well in LinkedIn as well, and also Instagram and all those places. But thank you so much. And please do subscribe on our YouTube because we are going to have some amazing and wonderful speakers as we move on. But thank you so much to all our viewers. We really appreciate you and love you. God bless. Thank you to our guest, the king in the house, Rudy. Thank you so much for coming in to share with us. Awesome. Thank you.